So, a good morning to you. Welcome along to Eclipse Motorcycles this morning. Today we're going to be taking out this, yet another ISCA in blue. Ride test for the customer. And this is just a quick look round the bike, get some road mileage on these bikes. As usual, take you through the spec of the bike. So you've got that bronzed exhaust to the rear, all the bronzed side plates, bronzed engine covers. This one has a kickstart as well, so should you run the battery flat, you've got that kickstart ability. And that nice wide tank on it. Now, I wasn't a lover of these tanks when they first come out, but I absolutely love these now. And then you've got that nice under tray just to the front of the engine, obviously the bronzing, and that rear shock with the nice bronzing to the back as well. So it's a really nice defined bike. Tiny hint of carbon to the side panels and just under the tank as well. So the imitation carbon just there, just to add the bike off. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to fire this one up. As normal, to show you the clocks on this. So rev counter, fuel gauge, 1 mile currently on the bike. And we're going to take this out and put another 19 on it, bring it round to 20 miles. Speedo is set in miles per hour, but you can adjust it for kilometres should you be overseas. Just firing the bike up, and those nice wide mirrors give you a great view of the road behind. So really nice view out of these mirrors. 5-speed box on this, 1 down, 4 up. Now, riding this one for the customer, when it came in and had its first lot of PDIs, we did pick up 2 problems. So we're just going to pull this out into the traffic, and I'm going to pull it away in 2nd gear just to show you it does pull from 2nd gear. And then while we wait for the traffic lights to change, I'm just going to tell you a bit about this bike. So it came in and it was picked up on the first PDI. The brake lever to the front was a little bit loose. It wasn't actually threading correctly. So what we did, we ordered a brand new brake system. Now the brake system on this doesn't just come with a master cylinder, they send the complete kit, so calipers and absolutely everything. And we only needed the first part, we only needed that master cylinder. So technician has done that. He's changed the master cylinder up for me, and obviously with a combined braking system he's had to bleed the entire brake system out just to get all the air out of the system. And then it's up to me now to do that road test, check that the braking is all effective on this one. And then the only other issue that we had, there was a nice deep scratch on this side switch gear, and it didn't show up very much, but obviously I picked up on it and we ordered brand new switch gear. So that is what we do at Eclipse. We don't mess about trying to make things look good or trying to fix things. We just order brand new parts. So this bike is absolutely 100% on every bike that goes out, which is what we do, which is why we sell quite a lot of bikes. So that is what you should be getting on your first PDI. Technician picks something up, get the parts changed up, and make sure everything is absolutely perfect. So all good, down to me to ride. Checked it all over this morning, levers are in the right position, brakes are all good, indicators, horn, main beam, and of course that hazard switch on the back works all correctly, and it does. So out on my favourite bit of road, the dual carriageway as always, and sitting at a nice steady 42-43 just to run this in for test mileage, get the next 20 miles on the bike. So a couple of quick things that are going on with Lexmoto. If you haven't seen, there is a post going up on the 30th of the 7th, which is today. 10 o'clock, Lexmoto are announcing their brand new bike. Now obviously I know what it is, but I am sworn to secrecy, and I did chat with Lexmoto yesterday and said to them, what's the reveal then? And they told me what it was, and I went, do you know what? That is going to be a big seller. It's a big seller. It's currently one of the bikes that we have been redefined, and a new machine that is coming out as well. But I'm not going to tell you what that new machine is. I'm going to let you wait and see what it is when you've forgotten the Lexmoto pages. But obviously I knew this ages ago, what it was coming out, and I have ordered one of them to come in. I'm going to be doing a test ride on it, so as soon as it comes in, I'm going to be taking it out. Now with this new one that's coming out, there's hardly anything to check on it apart from a quick bolt check, so that might give you a couple of clues as to what it is. But if you happen to be 16, 17 or an older rider, that bike is really going to appeal to you because of what it is, and that is enough said on that new bike that's coming out from Lexmoto. So just racking up the mileage on this bike, sitting at a nice steady 6 and a bit RPM, 6,500, nice steady 42, 43, running the bike in, and then we're just going to vary the speed slightly down to 38, up to 42, sit it around 40, just vary the throttle response on this just to get some road mileage on. Now if you happen to follow my page, you'll know this Sunday 2nd of August we're on a ride out, so if you happen to be local to Milton Keynes, we're going to be riding out from Eclipse Motorcycles 9 AM in the morning. You're very welcome to join us, and we're going to take a jaunt up to the Super Sausage at Toaster again. And we've got quite a few of the Motovloggers joining us. So UncleRed is coming with us with Jellybean. New Biker is going to come and join us, and his channel is NOO-Biker. So he's going to be joining us, and of course the Therhythmicbiker out of Milton Keynes as well. And they are all over YouTube, those guys. Also, hopefully up there is going to be Dave Sports Bikes with his ZX7R. And a couple of the other big moto vloggers. We have invited Premises down, but I think Premises may be working, as he always is. But we have said to sort of Premises, Death Bunny and Missfit, we're up Super Sausage. If you want to join us, guys, we're up there. If not, if you're working, it's no big issue. So just pulling through the gears on this one, and I'm just going to do one quick check. Going to come in hard on that new front brake. Stops like a dream. And if you've been following my ride videos, these traffic lights are still out. It's been about 2 weeks now. They've not fixed the traffic lights yet. Just moving over, and we're going to come back down the dual carriageway. Just getting these tyres nicely scrubbed in. Brand new tyres, and it still corners very, very well. Obviously just keeping an eye on that car that is in my right hand mirror, checking where he's going. I'm just going to fold out into traffic, and I'm going to dominate the lane. He's going to have to go round me. So as I say, on most of my ride videos, mirrors are good, but shoulder checks are even better. So if you happen to be riding, don't forget, guys, to do your under checks and your over checks on the shoulders. And 4 miles on the bike now. Absolutely no issues whatsoever, as we always expect with any bike that's been PDI'd by our team. Every bike tends to be absolutely spot on by the time I get to sit in the seat. But that is what the guys at Eclipse Motorcycles do. Now, as we've said on numerous videos, every single video, and I'm still getting people asking me, and we get people phoning up as well. We've just seen one of RB's rides. We'd like to purchase a bike from you, because we love the way that you PDI the bikes. Yes, we do take a little bit longer than most dealers. Most dealers will turn a bike round in about a week. We take on normally 2 weeks. At the moment we're currently at 3 weeks due to the fact there's only 3 members of staff in due to furlough, and we're still sort of semi-locked down, still maintaining social distancing for servicing and MOTs in the garage. But 7-stage PDI that we do, most dealers will do quick bolt check round the bike, check it all over, go out, put about 6 miles on the bike, yeah, that's it, right, get the customer in, bike sold, more money in our till. We are not that way orientated, so first check comes in, it's going to have a full 90-point bolt inspection, check all the chain, all the correct alignment of all the controls, check everything works on the bike, run it up for about 10 minutes on the ramp, on one of the bike ramps, just check that engine gets nicely warm, that there's no noises or issues from that engine. Then gets passed across to the QC team. They go over the entire bike again with their torque wrenches or spanners, and they check every bolt is tightened to what it should be. Once again, they check all the electrics, check the horn, check the engine, check everything is all in place for the bike, and that there are no scratches, dings, dents on it. If there are, they go onto the what we call the job sheet in progress. It gets flagged up, comes to me, I order the parts should I require parts, and then I do my quick inspection around the bike. So I will have a quick look around the bike, make sure that I am comfortable to ride that bike. If I pick up on anything, once again, warranty claim. Then gets passed across to me. Now is the time where I take it out, do the road mileage on it, report any issues, and that still gives us that extra amount of time, being 14 days to 21 days out, to get stuff sorted, get it all picked up on, and get parts in. If it doesn't need them, then it gets passed across to what we call the final set of inspections. So it comes back around, I then go over the bike, do my 90-point bolt check, check all the torques on it, check everything is all okay. Once again, check the levers, check absolutely everything on it, make sure the bike is all good. I then take it out and do one further ride test, normally of about 2 to 3 miles, just to make sure everything is all spot on and a-okay. And that is the point where I will say to the customer, thumbs up, thumbs down, yes, that bike is ready to go. I will then phone the customer and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to register your bike. Is this your correct name? Register it with Lexmoto, register it with DVLA, and then a couple of days later, customer comes in, collects the bike, and when we do a handover, we take quite a bit of time. So we'll go around the bike. Can you check it for all dents, scratches, dings? Are you happy with the bike? Yes, I am. All good. Then they will sign off every single sheet of that Lexmoto paperwork. I will get everything countersigned. They have their own copy, but I get everything else countersigned. Print off the registration document. This is your bike, it's registered, it's taxed. Can you sign this one? And they sign it all off for me. Customer goes away with a happy bike, and then normally about a week later I'll give them a quick courtesy call. It's just Dave checking up from the garage. Are you happy with your bike? Is everything all okay? Are you got any issues? 9 times out of 10, absolutely perfect. So out of the 41 bikes that we've done now, we've only had 2. One is the Assault that's got the missing bar end, where I have ordered a handlebar and a new bar end for it, because obviously they are knocking handlebar ends, you can't do anything with them. That is on back order at the moment due to China and their embargoes with the UK, but we're awaiting parts. And I've been told about 4 weeks for that to come, but that's not down to Lexmoto, it's down to actually getting parts out of China now. So everybody is struggling. It's not just Lexmoto, it's all the big brands as well. We are struggling to get stuff over from China, if you've been watching the news and that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get some road mileage on this bike, and then I shall cut back in as I normally do on the urban route. If everything's all okay, we'll edit all the middle bit out, the boring stuff. If there is an issue, then I tend to leave that in and say, right, this is what I've found, it's got to go back in. But so far, 8 miles in on this bike, absolutely nothing, and we're sitting at a nice steady 42 mile an hour. So I shall catch up with you guys in just a few. So just coming off the dual carriageway routes, back into the urban, and we're going to do the final few miles on this bike. just to show you what it rides like. So currently 16 miles on the bike. This is my favourite bit for testing the corners. I'm just heading back into town, and a nice set of double roundabouts just to push around, just holding the lane, and just show you that this bike leans very, very well on these tyres. And as I have said on previous videos, a couple of years ago the Lexmoto tyres wasn't all that, but they have changed their suppliers, and these new tyres absolutely lovely. They're definitely doing the job. And 17 miles on the bike, no issues whatsoever, and I didn't expect them to be any, because obviously they were all sorted out at PDI. I don't know what it is in this area, it always smells of strawberries first thing in the morning. I think it's something to do with the sandwich shop that is up the top there. There's a food factory just at the top there, and every time we come past those double roundabouts and up over the hill, it smells of strawberries. Lovely smell first thing in the morning, but at 10 to 8 I'd rather have some Marmite and toast. So we're just going to make our way back to the garage shortly. And this was the Lexmoto ISCA. Just a ride test for the customer, just to show him what it rides like. And that's going to be another happy customer taking away his Lexmoto bike. And obviously ISCAs are out of stock everywhere. You cannot get these for love or money. Same with the Assaults. Same with the Michigans. Everything at the moment is either sold or very hard to get hold of. Now obviously the ones that we've got in, I've sold them before they've even arrived, so they are pre-orders for customers. But I'm saying, if you do want a bike, get a deposit on one, guys, because you are going to be stuck till September, October otherwise, waiting for the next shipment, and then people are going to be pre-ordering for those as well. So if you do want a Lexmoto bike, chat to your dealer, ask him if you can put a deposit down or put a holding fee on the next one that comes in, because you're going to be stuck for a bike otherwise. I still have plenty of Titans, so if you want a Titan scooter, out of the 12 that I've got coming in, I have 4 left. Everybody has pre-ordered and put deposits on. My Michigans are gone, my ISCAs are gone, my Assaults are gone. I still have a couple of Riots. If you fancy a Riot, I've got a couple of those still there. But best thing is, obviously, give us a call, 01908 643 603. See what we've got in stock, or what I've got on my pre-order list that you can put a holding deposit on. And as usual, all the stuff is on revbomb.co.uk. First page down the bottom, Clips Motorcycles, link to the website. There's a link to the Facebook page, and of course their number 01908 643 603. Social media side on my website is my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and the YouTube channel. And as always, I tell everybody, go across, click the like and the subscribe. You can watch a few more of these videos, and you can get to see what I do with the big bike on a Sunday, or sometimes during the week. And then obviously you've got that notifications. Hit the notifications, that will ping you every time I upload a new video. A lot of people decide to use the notifications bell just to let them know when their ride videos are coming up. But otherwise, Lexmoto ISCA rides absolutely perfect. Until the next one, it's a be well, ride safe, and a big goodbye from me. We'll catch you on the next video.